Now let's take a closer look. This is the slot where the SSD for your PS5 is gonna go. So first thing you wanna do is loosen this screw and be very careful to make sure you don't strip the screw. And so there we go, we see the screw turning. Again, you want to push down on it as much as possible. Once it's loose, you can just take it out and take this little metal tab out. The next thing you want to do is remove this small screw right here, which is what's going to be used to hold your SSD down. And you'll want to also remove this little metal standoff, which you can see right here. Now this is the part where it gets tricky because not all SSDs are compatible with the PS5, so you have to be careful here. So the SSD that I use and recommend is the ADATA Legend 850 LITE SSD. It is compatible with the PS5, and you can get it with a capacity of up to 2 terabytes. As far as performance goes, it has read and write speeds of 5,000 and 4,500 megabytes per second. It supports the M.2 2280 form factor with the latest PCI Gen 4 interface, but it is backwards compatible with PCI 3.0 and the NVMe protocol. It does use 3D stacked flash memory, and it comes with a 5-year limited manufacturer warranty. So if you do want to pick up this compatible PS5 SSD drive, I will leave an affiliate link in the video description. If you use this link, it will earn me an affiliate commission at no extra charge to you. With that being said, let's continue with the installation of the SSD on the PS5. So it's important to note that some SSDs do not come with a heat spreader. However, for the PS5, I do highly recommend that you get an SSD with a heat spreader, and the ADATA 850 LITE does come with a heat spreader, so it works out great. So the first thing you'll want to do before installing an SSD, if you do have a heat spreader, is you're going to remove the paper that's covering the adhesive so that you can place the SSD heat spreader with the adhesive facing down, and so that it sticks onto the SSD's chips right here. And you want to make sure that you don't place the heat spreader on the side with the label. You definitely want to place it on the side with the chips exposed. Okay, so after placing the heat spreader, this is what it should look like. And let's take a look at the installation now. I did mention that this supports the 2280 form factor. As you see here, we have some numbers here. It has 30, 42, 60, 80, and 110. These are the different form factors for the M.2 standard. You'll want to orient the drive this way with the little slot here closer to the bottom of the SSD drive with the shorter side here. Okay, but before we do that, we need to place our standoff on the 80 indicator. So just like that, like we see here. So I'm going to go ahead and install the drive without the heat spreader first, just so you guys can have a clear picture of how it's supposed to be installed. So you want to go in here at an angle and insert. Once you feel it that it's been inserted, you'll want to go ahead and press down, and then you will install the screw here and go ahead and tighten the screw clockwise. And there we go, that's what it should look like. And now I can go ahead and install the heat spreader. It's going to help with cooling the SSD as the PS5 gets hot and is running. Okay, now that the SSD drive is fully installed, we can go ahead and put this little plate back and put it in an angle and then place it down. Go ahead and place the screw back in. Now we're at the point where we're going to put the cover back. Now if you do see these little indentations here, that's where these little hooks are going to go in. So you kind of just want to line it up until you feel it drop in. And there we go, we felt that drop in. And now to snap it in, we're going to go ahead and press down and then slide it to our left. And there you go, you heard that snap. That means it's installed back properly. Now we can go ahead and install our base back. And I think the easiest way is to place your PS5 like this and hook it in right here, and then replace the screw. Use your trusty quarter to tighten clockwise. And there you go.